Hello! Welcome everyone to the Cosmic Colon. Hello, how are you? We have with us a special guest tonight, RaggedWorld. Say hi, Rick.
Yeah. Welcome. Thank you. I was about to say welcome. So I already messed it up immediately. Messed it up. Hi, Bob.
This is exactly why I wanted to flip the script on this. Hey, Chan screaming boob.
Okay. It does seem like, yeah, he's excited.
Hi, Chan. Hi, Akibus. How are you? Welcome in. This is going to be exciting. This is going to be awesome. All right. We made it. We're here after some slight audio issues because Craig's not paying attention. We're live. We're live. Hey, and there's the new Chibi Bob emote that Craig finished. Oh, aren't I cute?
I am the go.
Oh, thank you for the shout out.
Thank you, Jan.
Thanks, Jan. That's me. That's me right there. Yeah, your goat emote is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. It's so cool to see it bounce up around the screen. It's crazy. It's like looking in a mirror. It took Craig like the last month or so.
Whoa, holy crap.
Yeah, there's a lot of work. Yeah, a lot of work went into that. But it's good. It turned out exactly how we envisioned it, so good stuff. Yeah, we'll do some... Oh, sorry.
Go.
I'm just, we'll do some proper shout-outs here when some more people are in the audience. I know Hecubus and Chan follow both of us, so... As well as you following Chan. I mean, if you don't follow Chan, Ragged, you should.
I do follow Chan.
I figured.
I follow Chan and Hecubus, I'm pretty sure. So I think we're good.
Hecubus doesn't stream.
Well, I probably hit the follow button on him anyway at some point. Because I'm like, if I see somebody in the chat of Craig/Bob's also chat, I tend to follow them and be like, hey, this seems cool. You see you're a moderator, so that's awesome. Hecubus always crushing it out here.
Yeah. So the new layout looks good. We've got chat up for the YouTube video afterwards. Maybe one day. Maybe.
Maybe one day.
So yeah, sweet. All right. Whew. It took a lot.
Okay.
Took a lot of work to get here, and now that we're here, I can relax.
You doing all right there, Bob?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Hell has nothing on. Like Hell has nothing on Twitch, I guess.
No.
Like, Twitch
It's like Twitch is audio digital hell. Like if there was a digital hell, it's Twitch. Oh god. I came back to it. I left hell just to come back to it.
Yeah. It does seem like we do walk the same paths over and over. It's us who has to change, I guess, you know?
Oh, how you doing, Rick? Welcome on. Happy to have you here.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I'm doing really good. I've been working hard on. I don't know if you know this, but I've been doing all this this getting ready for TwitchCon stuff, which is just a
I
lot of
heard.
things. So I'm gonna go. Speaking of hellscapes, I'm going to be going to literally Sin City, Las Vegas, to do TwitchCon. So that's the story of that. UB Iworks is here too.
Hello.
So I feel like I have to shout out UB Iworks, but I don't. That's not my problem. It's Bob's problem.
Yeah, yeah, that's Bob's problem tonight.
So yeah, I was looking forward. I'm looking forward to coming and talking to you and like having some fun and letting loose a little bit.
Awesome. Yeah, I definitely wanted to have you on here as soon as we came up with the idea. It was like, who are going to be guests? I only know the first two.
And it was funny because I was talking about it's like, hey, there's more than I've got Rick Rags and Ricky Ragged if you're nasty. And I'm like, and maybe I should be here as Ricky Ragged. And then I was like, Ricky Ragged is just sunglasses. And that's not a character. So I was like, I need to take acting lessons and learn what character development is if ever I'm going to do that. But glasses.
Oh, we hit a hiccup.
What? We are?
I can type in chat slowly.
I don't believe it.
Hello. Hello,
You know
world.
what? I don't.
Hello.
Did you ever see that in Anchorman? That's what he's like. What he's like, what are we on? We're on in 5 seconds, 30 seconds. He's like, you're live now. You know what? I don't believe you.
Yeah.
And he starts like smoking a cigarette. Like, why would he not believe them?
Yeah.
He's a newsman, and the crew is telling him they're alive. He's like, you know what? I don't believe you.
All right.
You both sound great. Oh my God, we both sound great.
Oh, good.
Well done, Bob.
Man, teching is hard.
We really did it. I literally sat here doing nothing but singing songs and chatting in the chat.
Awesome.
So I agree with you. Yes, super hard, super hard.
Well, thanks for being a guest. That's our show for the evening.
Woo! I feel like what is the chat? I feel like we owe the chat something. What does the chat want out of this?
I'm sorry, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around, if you did, to the one person that's still here.
Hecubus and Chan seem to be still making it happen for us.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys for being here.
Appreciate that.
Chan and Hecubus.
Chan saying sing a song. Sing a song, Rick.
Chan saying sing a song. Okay, how come I don't see him saying sing a song now? Now, does my chat not? Oh, it does say it here, though. Luckily, I have 2 chats.
Okay.
I have 2 chats. So, like, this one seems slow, and this one seems good. Sing a song, Rick. Yeah, in the Instagram post that I did, I was singing that. Well, people know it as a Kid Rock song, but it's a David Allan Coe song, the Only God Knows Why song. I was kind of singing that because we don't know why all the tech stuff was not working.
Yeah,
that could work. Do you want to hear that, Chan? That was what I was singing. I don't know if you heard me. But I got a couple of songs queued up in my mind today.
I have Fly Me to the Moon stuck in my head.
Fly Me to the Moon. So I sing that one a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, I feel like Chan has heard that the most because he raids and I do Fly Me to the Moon. You guys, do you want... Chan, it's up to you. What would you... Yeah, seriously. It is... Okay, I'll refresh this chat. I'm going to do that. Boom, reload. But yeah, would you rather hear... Fly Me to the Moon, or would you rather hear Only God Knows Why? Because I think that's a song we could do. Or there's this other one. I like Fly Me to the Moon. Okay, Chan likes Fly Me to the Moon. Fly Me to the Moon is in Bob's head.
Let's do it.
You know, because the moon is the farthest from hell, I guess. So
yeah,
it's a good way to go. Okay, let's see here. See if we can do a nice version. It is Vegas. I'm going to TwitchCon, so this makes a lot
let's
of
talk more about that. Now that
let's talk about that.
I'm just gonna sit back and chill.
And let me play among the stars. That's the hard note for me every time. Stars, let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. There you go. Heccubus, Chad the Magic Man. Private concert for just the two of you.
Awesome. All right. Now we can finally get going. The first 50 minutes of this was just practice, right? Uh-oh.
Well, that's how you get started.
The emotes are popping up on screen, but they're not moving. They're just...
No more. That's the way it's going to be. We're not starting again.
That's the way it is. That's the way it is.
That's how it is, guys.
Emotes are stickers now. That's fine.
Emotes are stickers. That's how
it is. All right.
I made stickers for TwitchCon.
Nice.
Yeah, I figured it would be I don't know if this is visible or if it's ever
Yeah.
So like classic
very
these
cool.
are die cut stickers, so the engines stick out and the RaggedWorld sticks out.
Nice.
And like I don't know, it's I figured like the thing about it is people tend to, you know, in the old days it was business cards, right?
Yeah.
And that doesn't really happen anymore. It's like QR codes and stickers. So like I'm not going to be an old man. I am going to be a young whippersnapper, and I'm going to do the right thing.
Yeah, Chad is slow too. It is what it is. We're just embracing all of the gremlins and all of the chaos tonight.
Yeah,
that's what the cosmic colon is about, right?
It called cosmic colon.
Getting stuck in a cosmic pile of shit and figuring your way out of it.
Hey, the smoking box. How are you doing? What's going on with you? Maybe we should divert attention to the smoking box. How are you doing? Welcome in.
Hello.
Welcome in.
Welcome. So you're going to TwitchCon. How's you're getting ready for it now, I take it?
I am. And how's that going? Yeah, I think it's going good. I said this in chat, and I wanted to ask you about this, Bob. You ever have that feeling that you're forgetting something? Because there's like 100 things. I put a bunch of stuff in a list. I'm trying to be organized.
Yeah. But
I feel like they're definitely going to forget something, and it's making me nervous. Have you ever had that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I left my infernal hairdryer plugged in.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
You know, I was writing questions down. I wondered, like, because Bob, I know you as a white demon. I know that you're in Craig's room a lot of the time.
Yep.
I was like, now, do you occupy 2 spaces? Like, do you occupy sometimes the space in hell, and then sometimes you're here in Craig's room, or are you not in hell? Like, what? Where are you from?
I live in the freezer.
You're like Albuquerque.
Yeah. I currently live in the deep freeze. That's my room. It's pretty much my bed. I spend most of my time in Craig's room playing with his stuff. He doesn't like me to touch his stuff except for the guitar, but I do it anyway.
Whoa! Island Vibing is here. How's it going?
Hello.
Love
Welcome
Island
in.
Vibing. You're incredible. They're the incredible interviewers. They have the best. The dude Dan was on there as an incredible singer. Sorry, I'm losing my mind.
No problem.
You
can be in charge of shoutouts tonight.
Did I try to shout them out?
Chan just did. No.
I don't think I can. I'm so sorry. Like, I feel like it's become a habit now.
No, I completely understand that, and I think like the first stream I did, I wanted to do some magic for Twitch Dad, you know, because Jack's always doing magic, and I thought it would be fun to interview an interviewer, and I knew there's definitely going to be some of that, like you just doing what you're used to doing, and that's fine. That's absolutely great. Island Vibing, how are you? Welcome in. Shout out to Island Vibing Presents, also doing talk shows and podcasts. Please drop them a follow.
Yeah, they're awesome. You want to see that? You want to see them. I don't know. Anyway. So, okay, you live in the deep freezer.
Yeah.
And sometimes play with Craig's stuff when he's not around.
Yeah.
That's essentially the game.
But yeah, I can go back to hell, but it's a long trip. I don't really want to. I didn't leave anything there behind. Like when I got sent to purgatory, I lost everything. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was a new start. I figured it was probably the end, but it turned out to be a new start.
It turned out to be a new start.
Yeah.
So that means from hell you have to travel through purgatory, then to this realm that Craig inhabits.
I think so. I don't
everything. Oh.
I don't know how it works entirely. The big thing was as a demon, most people don't know this, but you can quit hell. You can just say, I quit, but you're going to be sent to purgatory. So some people actually prefer hell over purgatory because, I don't know, boredom? I don't know. But I was like, I'm okay with absolutely nothing for the rest of time. And, that to me was better than hell. And the fact that Craig summoned me here, basically I was just surrounded by darkness and the occasional scream. And, and I ate the go. There was a big flash of light. It looked pretty much like the cosmic gift that we have here. It was like a black hole opened. It sucked me through, and before I knew it, I was in Craig's room.
Amazing. I see Island Vibing saying, I love all things Johnny Cash. Can I just sing her a Johnny Cash song for a few seconds?
Yeah, go right ahead, man.
Crazy to just suddenly cut in the middle?
No.
I'm listening to your story and being...
You're the guest star. Star away. Shine like a star.
Indeed. So I feel like if you like Johnny Cash, it is what it is. Okay, so how does that go?
Hello, Feisty.
When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't you? Never play with guns, but I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. And when I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Let's go.
Awesome.
Johnny Cash. Okay. But that is how it is. I think we fit into the... So that's for Island Vibing. Hey, Smoking Box, how you doing? The feisty one is here.
Feisty one, how's it going?
Oh, UBI Works is back. Good to have you. Good to have you. Chan, the Magic Man, of course, is here. So, okay, that's really crazy. I was going to ask you some of that. I'm not interviewing you, I realize, but I am curious about Bob. As a lot of times I just watch you play metal, and I don't know the things about you. So that's kind of the story. Much better than adjacent. Oh, wow. Thank you, Island.
Chat is frozen.
I may have a new job.
Chat is frozen, and emote puppies are frozen on top of your face.
I do see that for you as well.
Okay. Okay.
We are having an interesting stream.
Yeah.
This is an interesting stream. We can call it that.
What is that going to be?
How are y'all? Feisty, glad to see you.
Rick, would you mind doing
some north of Vegas.
Some shout-outs for them while I try to fix chat?
Yeah, indeed. If you can shout out the feisty one, Island Vibing. I know that about Reno. It's a weird thing about me. When I was a kid, like in grade 4, I wanted to go to Vegas and Reno. They seemed like the coolest places in the whole world. I don't know what I watched on TV or whatever. I didn't realize it was about hookers and gambling. I don't think it would have changed my mind, but still, I just the lights, the action. That's where the action is, it seemed like that, and I wanted to go.
I cannot remove.
I'm excited to go to Vegas.
I cannot remove the dogs from your face.
Well, it is what it is. That's the way it's going to be. I'm sorry, feisty one. I'm cowboy tonight as well, so I'm going to be doing a lot of cowboy stuff. Feisty's actually from the South, and I do a cowboy voice that is like cartoonish in the way that it is Southern, but it's a cartoon Southern version. I'm almost a foghorn Leghorn. So sorry about that, Feisty. Feeling a little. I'm feeling a little cowboy tonight. We're cowboy. This is a cowboy stream tonight. That's the thing of it.
Oh,
I think it's working out for you over there, Bob.
We've got the spinning beach ball of death.
This is bad. This is very bad. Things are going very badly, but it's okay. I mean, people can still see us, still talk to us, still hear us.
Yeah.
Can we live with that? I mean, I know you're struggling with the chat. I still see the chat. It says, I cannot remove the dogs from your face, Bob to RaggedWorld. So it seems like everything's going okay on the
chat has stopped on the stream too. The dogs are the last thing.
So they can't see it now either?
And I can't.
Interesting. Well, only God knows why. I've been sitting here and trying to find myself. I get behind myself. I need to rewind myself. Milton took over. Looking for the playback. Listen for the playback. They say that every man bleeds just like me. And I feel like number one, yet I'm last in life. And I watch my youngest son, Milton's your puppy. Are those your emotes? Island vibing, it is. It's Island Vibing's emotes. You did this. Island, you did this to us after we were so nice.
I clicked out of OBS and I can't get back into it.
Oh no. Does everybody still, is this still happening?
I don't know.
Peekaboo Draws. Welcome in, Peekaboo Draws. Good to see you. I don't know if you see me or not. I'm just sort of singing songs. Is there songs people like? Go Riki's here. Hey, Go Riki. How are you doing? I drew them. They were Roxy Paradox emotes. Oh, very nice. Roxy Paradox. I actually don't know who that is. You can tell me more if you'd like. I think Bob is looking at technical issues at this point.
Yes, sorry.
I did want to know, you said you didn't leave anything behind in hell. I was going to ask if there were some succubi. Like, how does that work? But obviously that you left, that's gone. That's gone. And then how did you get into music?
I got into music through Craig. I'm just checking out to see what people can see on here, and they cannot see you.
Okay, no, they cannot see me?
No.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do...
hear me?
I think so. So I actually have to do a really quick restart on OBS.
All right. So, oh, wow. We can hear you now, Rick. Okay. Nox, I actually I have to sing that song to Nox.
Okay.
That's the thing I have to do. That God Knows Why song. Because she saw the thing. Okay, you have to do stuff. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I'm just going to do a quick restart on OBS, and we'll be back in like 10 seconds. Won't see... Yeah, you probably don't see me anymore, right?
No, I don't see you.
Is that much of an issue?
I can work with anything at this point. I can work with anything. If it's causing you issues, as long as I can hear you, I'll just chill right here.
All right.
I'll do my thing.
We should be streaming again.
Woo! Are we back again?
Back again. Tag team. Back again.
Check it the record. Let's begin. Party on, party people. Let me hear some noise. DC's in the house. Jump, jump. Okay, that's the song, right?
It was the chat overlay that was causing problems, and it's broken now. That's okay.
And it's broken now.
And it's broken.
Am I visible and hearable by people in the situation?
Let us know.
Everyone in the chat, please tell me. Wow, Buttspot. It just said Buttspot just said Dick Knox knew. That is not a Buttspot joke. That's just being hurtful.
So
Knox, and everybody give hearts to Knox, by the way, because I know she's dealing with illness of somebody. I mean, I know not something crazy, but it seems like she's had a big week.
Big hugs. Big old demon beard hugs.
Big beard hugs. So there it is for Nox. Peekaboo draws. Welcome in.
Okay, emotes aren't freezing anymore.
Emotes aren't freezing.
Nox, hello. Peekaboo. Sorry about this, guys. Man, I really am a Canadian demon. Okay, so
I was thinking about the Canadian time, because like your time is 1 hour away from my time, and I was like, that feels like legitimate Canadian time. Like it's the latest possible. Everybody else, it's like 7 p.m. and we're like, oh, it's no, I gotta go home to go to bed. It's 11:30 already. It's already too late. Anyway, I don't know. I was thinking about that.
Okay, so you did ask about leaving things behind in hell. I did date a succubus once.
Whoa!
Yeah, it was a good time until I found out what she did.
The job is a little.
I don't know if you know much about succubi's work life, but
hey, I do.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody in the chat know?
It's like, how come you always taste different?
Yeah, things
it went
downhill after that.
Yeah, it was a good couple of weeks, but after that I couldn't stop throwing up. And, for a demon, that's
a lot.
It takes a lot.
It takes a lot. I'm sorry for your experiences.
You know what? I wouldn't have passed it up. I mean, I could have dealt without the we won't get into that.
As far as hell goes, not the worst. Not the worst time you've had on a Friday night.
No.
I would say.
The big thing is that I surprisingly didn't catch anything. So
it's hot. Is it the fire? The flames?
I did take a blowtorch afterwards and just give it a good once over.
It encompasses so much in that sentence.
Oh, welcome in, everyone. I think things are going as smoothly as they can right now.
It seems to be working well. I just asked Nox if this is what she came here for. Like, she has stuff to do. Okay, you know what? Can I sing her that song?
Oh, yes, by all means.
I'm hijacking everything you probably wanted to do.
No, man, no.
It is called the Cosmic Colon. Nox is, yeah. You should have been ready for that. But yeah, you asked if we were gonna do a duet of this. I was like, I don't think so, and I felt like I shot her down super hard and ruined her dreams. So I was like, I could sing the song for you if you're in the chat, and Nox is in the chat. So this is I guess the Kid Rock version. I don't know if it's any different really from the original version of that song. God knows what. I think I've sang it like 3 times since I've been on stream, but we're gonna sing it. So it goes like this. I've been sitting here trying to find myself. I get behind myself. I need to rewind myself. Looking for the payback. Kid Rock would be a common soundtrack in hell. She's no, that encourages me to. You know what? I won't. No, this is actually a David Allen co-song anyway.
Yeah,
he's an old country singer. He looked kind of like Elvis in his clothes.
Kind of caught me off guard there. He's an old country singer.
He's an old country singer. But yeah, that's the song. I technically sang it for you, okay, Nox? Let's move on. Let's move on. But
duets would be hard. I don't sing like a human.
True. You don't sing like a human, and it's a very different thing.
Yeah.
Very good, very nice. Thank
Singing in hell is very different.
What's the difference?
Well, most of the songs start with a and kind of go from there.
Okay. So it starts off good, but if every song starts that way?
It's pretty much that one sound. There's no more music.
All right. Yodeling, bagpipes, theremin, guttural growling. Nox has got it. Nox has been to hell, right? Is that what we're learning about Nox? We wouldn't have thought so.
More
She does
demonish.
the school. Yeah, demonish. More demonish metal. Okay, that's it. Or the screams like those kids on Next Generation. Okay, Incubus. David Allen Coe, his version, You Never Call Me By My Name. Awesome. Thank you, UBI Works. We'll have to check it out.
Awesome.
Somewhere along the way. Okay, so now we know that Nox has been in hell. We know what the music of hell is. It's throat singing, and then eventually other things with throat noises.
Yeah, lots of throat noises.
So yeah, but what can I do for you, Bob?
Well, I actually I do have some questions for you, since we are doing the interview thing. Now that things are actually running as smoothly as they're going to get. Hi, Rick. It's nice to have you on.
It's a pleasure. This is where it starts. Everybody, we're starting.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, why talk shows? Why interviews?
Why talk shows? Why interviews? Oh, man. I feel like I would have to think fairly deeply on it, but I'm going to say I always felt, and I think a lot of people feel this way, like the outsider. And I don't know why so many people feel this way, but like practically every person I've talked to on Twitch feels this way. I felt like the outsider. I felt like I wanted to understand where people were coming from better. That was the first feeling of it. There was this was many, many years ago. I thought, oh, wouldn't it be cool to interview like 1,000 people? And I never really got started with it until the podcast, the Ragged World podcast. That's where the whole name kind of comes from. And I wanted to know what people who were really succeeding and doing well were doing, because I never felt like I was really succeeding or doing all particularly that well. Like I just always felt like I fell short of things, and even though that might have been a harsh judgment, because maybe I actually did do pretty well at some things, but certain goals I just felt like I was always falling short. And I'm like, if I could talk to people who knew what they were freaking doing, I might learn something, you know. I might learn something about life. And the more I talk to people in these interviews, the more I realize they feel a lot the same way I feel. There's no real difference between them and me a lot of the time. And
so you've learned nothing
doing that. Yeah, that's exactly right. You know what? This has been a waste of time. This has been a waste of time.
Follow-up question to that, actually. I had a feeling that that's the answer you were going to give.
Okay.
So you're secretly brain picking and trying to make a super self.
I'm stealing the brains of other people and putting that into my brain. There's plenty of space in my head, so I'm just I've got all the space in my brain. So you've got it.
You're stealing my brain right now, aren't you?
Currently, yes. Currently, there is an upload/download in place.
Son of a bitch.
Hey, these cyberpunk style, hey, they're not for nothing. That's actually a motherboard.
Yeah.
That's a motherboard.
Yeah. Oh, so that's why there's all these little wires poking me right now.
Correct.
Oh.
Correct. And that's what those people in the coats, in the white coats, are there for. Ignore them. They don't have names. They're robots as well.
Once you achieve becoming a super self, what then?
Wow.
Success?
I mean, I guess I would have to. Do you want like a? I don't know if you want a real answer or a bullshit answer, but okay. I was gonna say I guess I'll have to begin enveloping other planets.
It's a good goal.
If I give you a serious answer, I don't think it's really about success, because the way that I define success is a little different than it was when I originally started thinking like, oh, I just need to be able to monetarily make things work or something, because I
Mm-hmm.
struggled so much with that. But that started to change over time, where it was really just about, and that's really a long time ago. Like I don't think I've thought that way since I was like 17 maybe. um but yeah, no, the now there's I don't think there's an end point to success anymore.
Certainly
It's
not. No.
just feeling good as often as you can feel good because you did something difficult, or you went out of your comfort zone, or you put your creative self out there. So I don't see really an end to it, because is there going to be an end to interesting people to talk to?
Right?
Is there going to be, right? So I don't see that. Like I'm here on a stream with Bob the Demon, right? Like that wasn't going to happen. That wasn't in the plan. So and yet
I, I,
here
I
we
think
are.
the possibilities of what could happen are intriguing. Like,
Mm,
we know what to expect in a way, but there's always there's always times in my own life where it's like, you know, if you'd asked me 5 years ago if I'd be here right now interviewing humans, I mean, I wouldn't have saw that happening.
true. What kind of thing would you have been able to interview, you think?
Um, I did try doing a talk show in hell, but it was hell. Most demons don't use words; they just scream. And once I interviewed Satan, I mean, where do you go from
that's
there?
that's the tippy top of the A list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm basically a failed talk show host in that regard. Except that if I didn't have that experience, then I wouldn't be where I am now. So look at me with my own show here on Earth.
we do say that. Yeah, you have your own show here on Earth. That's a huge success if we're talking about success, I think.
Yeah, and it's important to acknowledge those little successes. Like this might not be as successful as a big network television show. It might not be as successful as someone else doing better here on Twitch.
Mm.
But we're here doing it. It took an
That
hour.
time with Satan.
Yeah,
It took a
it took
little
an
while.
hour and a half to get here, even with all the planning. And
Hey,
that's a success. Like,
we're
yay.
still talking. We're still
Yeah,
on the air, and it's been like 18 minutes. So I
that's
think
that's
I
successful.
think we're good.
Now, would I like to
That's
be more
successful.
successful? Yes, at everything else too.
I agree. No, that's where I'm with you, Bob. That's where I'm coming from as well with this too, is because if you do find a thing you love doing, you're willing to put your effort in, regardless of pay, then I think it's not a bad idea to say, okay, you know what, would I want to do this? Can I take this to another level? Is there a way that I can serve the people who are watching better? That's some stuff that I've been thinking about lately, a lot with streaming and with interviewing. How can I do this better? Because I'm new at it, as like, although some I've been doing it for a little over a year, but it's been a progression basically every single stream
Mm-hmm.
to get somewhere. And I've always felt like, oh wow, man, there's so many people to look up to here, and especially in our circle, there's so many great streams that it's like I could probably go forward for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of the point: is you're connecting with people, entertaining people, and serving them something they want.
Well, evidently you inspired something in Craig and I, because
Ah,
we came up with the idea of doing something similar, but obviously not the same thing.
sure.
But you're definitely an inspiration behind it, and that you took a break and came back to do it and had Craig on a few times. That's awesome. It's encouraging. It's inspirational. Um, I had such a good time watching you and Chan on the Neon Ballroom on Thursday, and
Oh,
I got a
awesome.
lot from that, especially about Chan's attitude of like, I'm not the best singer, I'm not the best dancer, I'm not the best musician, but he did it anyway and kills it.
And Chan blew everybody away
Yeah.
with his videos.
Uh,
They're crazy good.
let's take a minute to shout Chan out. Chan the Magic Man does magic on Mondays, and retro games and words on stream throughout the week. Please drop him a follow. But Chan was on the Neon Ballroom, and it was amazing. I ate the goat.
Yeah, Neon Ballroom is the talk show I do on Thursday. Although this week I'm going to be on a plane, so
That's
I'm not
right.
Be there.
That's
I
right.
can tell you all something that you'll be the first people to know, other than Alchemutation and Nox, because I said things to them before. That I plan to do surprise stream, pop-up stream. Sometimes I do those with some of the whatever shows I've done in the past. And I'm going to do that. Vodless Monday, doing a pop-up stream.
Awesome.
And people like Bob, Craig, they're invited. So the streamers that I know who've been on Neon Ballroom or whatnot are invited to possibly pop in and react to a couple of horror movie trailers, because it is October. I put a bunch of corny horror movie trailers ready to go, and that's what the Vodless Monday is going to be about. I'll post it in the Discord or whatever. Also, Tuesday, this is crazy. I don't know why I'm doing 3 things in a row, but I'm doing it. Comic book stream, classic comic book stream. I've got a couple of things picked out, which should be fun. Again, if there's people who want to jump in, and I know you, I'm not just going to let random people, but I know you, and you want to react to some comic books with me or read them with me, we might be able to do that. If not, there's no pressure. I'll be out there making it happen. So
awesome.
That's my situation. I kind of went off on a tangent there, man. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. So when do you leave for TwitchCon?
That's Thursday. That's
okay.
Thursday, because it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I got to get
this
out
weekend
there in advance of it. Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to hearing about what you learned and your experience there.
Yeah, there's stuff to do all day in the creator camp stuff. Like, it's just about streaming, about analytics, about audience, about everything cool. That you could think of. So I thought this is really good. This is the stuff that I tend to be weak at. So I should hopefully learn something from the pros and the people who work at Twitch. And I'm just hoping too that I could meet some cool people. I know that Mar Pizza, she was on on Neon Ballroom. She's going to be there, and Rusty Panda and Crazy Asian are going to be there. So hopefully I can meet them and give them a sticker.
That's awesome.
Sorry. Okay.
No problem.
I kind of go off on long tangents, man. I hope that's okay.
No, yeah, for sure, for sure. We are going to have to run ads here in about 10 minutes. Ooh. So we're going to take a short ad break, but before then, I noticed you sing a lot.
True. That's true.
Have you enjoyed singing since you were a kid?
Singing since I was a kid. I've always enjoyed music since I was a kid. I like to sing along with songs, but I was embarrassed about singing when I was younger. It's not a thing that I did until I was about 17, where I would actually sing in front of people. And a lot of times it was people I didn't know very well, like they didn't know me. They're not, but I felt like I would probably be very judged by my family, and not necessarily in a negative, well, probably in a negative way, maybe in a, there were people in my family, including my mom, who are like crazy good singers. And that's a thing they take super seriously. Mm-hmm. And my family tended to be a bit more judgmental about like how good it's either perfect or it's crap kind of thing. So I certainly felt like that would be difficult to go forward. The Beheader, I'm holding myself pretty hard to not bungle it. How you doing? Sorry. So that's, Have I sung professionally? Never. The most professionally I've sung is here on Twitch. So that's it. I've always loved songs and lyrics. I'll say that.
Okay.
That's a big deal. Yeah.
I noticed you sing a lot of the jazz classics.
True. I don't know why.
It's interesting.
I think Frank Sinatra specifically, there's something about, I think it's what you'd call his phrasing. It's the way that he pronounces and places the words is so amazing. to me. So I like to sing those ones, and I do feel like it's sort of in my fairly in my key.
Yeah.
A lot of times, it's easy for me to sing, so I think that's why. Um, but the phrasing stuff I find really really cool. Like he's got a song called Witchcraft, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like if you're just a regular person singing it, you kind of just want to go like those fingers in my hair, that sly come hither stare, that strips my conscience bare, it's witchcraft, right? But Frank Sinatra has subtle differences. He's like those fingers in my hair, that sly come hither stare, that strips my conscience bare, it's witchcraft. You know, like he'll take these pauses and hit the things. I can't do it like he can do it,
Yeah.
but those slight differences change everything.
It's almost like
Like
he's
just
stretching time over top of the
oh, dude,
music.
that's exactly it. That's the perfect way to say it.
Yeah. Yeah, I always loved Sinatra. I always loved jazz classics. When Craig took singing lessons, that's what he started with. He could
Jazz
have gone
classics,
either
huh?
classical or jazz, and oddly enough, he went jazz.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the jazz. So, what was one of Craig's? I don't know if you know this, but what was one of Craig's favorite jazz standards from back in the day?
Oh, what's the name of it? I'm so bad with names of songs.
Oh, okay.
I can look it up here 1 second.
Yeah, sure, sure. I was curious. I don't want to crash the Cosmic Golden Show. The beheader. Please, let's try not to.
We've already crashed hard a couple of times tonight. What's a third
It's been a,
time?
it's been a, it's been a big thing. It's been a big thing. I don't know why I have it. Not jazz at all. It's the. Is it Whitesnake that sings "Here I Go Again on My
I think so.
Own"?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've told you this before. I've told Craig this anyway, and I always felt that song seemed to be about jacking it. Like "Here I Go Again on My Own." It's like a drifter. I was born to walk alone. Witchcraft was arranged by Nelson Riddle. So good. Wow,
Okay.
baby. Coming with the deep cuts. Coming with the deep cuts. All of those are good. Like even how does that go? Someday when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. That stretching time thing where he waits to say tonight, or it's kind of going like it's like here, right? And we probably go this you're lovely, but he kind of goes, it's like a lovely and comes in just on lovely, and it's like it's crazy. This
To,
is dumb, but what is it?
to answer your question, it's Dream a Little Dream of Me.
Oh, dude,
Such a good
so
song.
good, crazy good.
Yeah.
Stars shining bright above you,
And
night
so
breezes
tricky to
seem
sing.
to whisper I love you. And I sometimes want to sing that in the old timey voice,
Yeah.
you know? Stars shining bright above you, night breezes seem to whisper I love you. That's it, doesn't it?
It's perfect. That was great. I think that's my favorite version so far.
I think mine is Doris Day. Mine is Doris Day.
No, screw Doris Day after that. That was great.
Well, I don't know. She was a Hollywood person back in the old days. I'm pretty sure she's not alive. She might be in hell. That could be arranged. Lolo Frosty.
Lolo.
Good to have you. I just about hit Command SO Lolo Frosty. And Lolo doesn't even stream. Like I have shouted her out in every single stream. Anyway.
That's awesome. Welcome in, Lolo. How are you? Welcome to the train wreck that is the Cosmic Colon.
But to come back to the lyrics in Dream a Little Dream are fantastic.
Yeah.
To me, anyway. I love the writing. What is it? Night breezes seem to whisper, "I love you." What's the words that I'm thinking about that I love? Stars fading, but I'll linger on, dear.
Yeah.
Still craving your kiss. Um, I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just saying this. That it's so good. Or stars shine. I love it. I love it. Stars fading, but I linger on. I feel like that's
I,
like the title of something.
I
Or
really like the way that they sing dream a little the line dream a little dream of me different ways. Dream a little dream of me.
true.
And then just before the chorus, we have a raid. E-Room. E-Room.
Snap.
Hello.
E-Room Kim coming in hot with the raid.
Welcome in, guys. Dream a little dream of me. How's it going?
True. Dream a little dream of me. That's in there.
Yeah.
That feels like the old timey thing too. Dream a little dream of me. Right?
Love it. I hate the go.
Dream a little dream. Do you like that? Yeah, I guess I'm sure you're a person who pays attention to a lot of details.
Yeah.
Do you like it? I like it when they change. They sing the same thing in a song, and then change it a few different ways.
Yes.
Either the words change slightly or the tones and stuff change.
I love that. There's a metal band called Slipknot that I learned a trick from.
I've heard of them.
That they'll play a riff throughout a song, and then by the end of the song, they're playing that riff in a different way, like it has evolved throughout the song. And then when they end the song, it's like super huge and super powerful. It's the same riff, but they're playing it a different way. It's modulated and evolved somehow.
That's awesome. That does. It gives you a sense of progression that you probably
storytelling. Something's happened over time.
And this is actually something I think this is totally left field of Slipknot, but it reminded me of something I was talking to Knox New about.
Okay.
Which is because Jimmy Buffett passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a song called Margaritaville, right? And everybody knows that song. Penguin Superhero, welcome in. And E-Room, I'm sorry, I'm looking at everybody like I see all these people. Penguin Superhero, what an awesome name. But yeah, Jimmy Buffett, he passed away, and she was saying, "Oh, I grew up in Florida, and he was big in that era." She has a bunch of Jimmy Buffett albums, and I said, I was thinking about Margaritaville just the other day, and the thing that I like about it is, the chorus is that wasting away again in Margaritaville, looking for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know, right? The first line says it's nobody's fault. By the second time the chorus comes in, it says it might be my fault. By the third time the chorus comes in, he says it's my own damn fault.
It's definitely my fault.
Yeah, he's figured it out. Definitely his fault. And he at first was like not ready to come to grips with it. But as he's basically drinking margaritas and sitting there stewing in it, he realizes that it's not. So it's like what's considered a corny song, but I feel like that progression does something for me. I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. I like that song because of that. Because it tells a story over time.
He really says, I actually killed Jimmy Buffett. No need to thank me. You're all welcome. Not a blank Buffett fan, to be honest. I don't know really a lot of Jimmy Buffett, but
I don't
that's
either.
like an example of a song that has a lot of times those kind of country songs and folk songs change just ever so slightly the chorus or something in the verses, and it leads you through a storytelling scenario. I love that.
All right. I don't want to cut this conversation short, but we have to run some ads here.
Let's go.
Cool story progression. And can't raid, have some friends coming, no problem. Welcome in, Vadador. We're going to take a quick 3 minutes of ads, and we will be back. Rick, I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to mute my stream and change the scene. So you might want to mute your mic as well. And we'll be back in 3 minutes.
Okay. Can I go to the bathroom or something?
Yes. Yeah. You won't be on screen.
Well. If it's I need about 3 minutes to go to the bathroom. So let's do that.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Let's just get this set up. So, oop, I clicked on the wrong thing. There we go. You are good to go to the bathroom, my friend.
Fantastic.
All right, guys, please stick around. We will be right back. Here's a quick video of me for everyone that's subscribed. If not, you will see 3 minutes of ads. I apologize. But it's happening.
Hi, everyone. Meet Bob. This is Bob, the White Demon. He has many hobbies. He likes to do a lot of things in his spare time, like solve a Rubik's Cube. It takes him a second. He's figuring it out. He's got the hang of it now. Yeah, look at him go. Look at him go. Yeah, that's it, Bob. You solved that cube. Oh, looks like he's run into a snag. That's not how you solve a cube, Bob. Moving on. Maybe he could do a card trick for you. Bob loves magic. He loves playing with cards. He loves shuffling cards. He loves fanning cards. Look at all of the cards you could... Oh, shit. Bob. You done fucked up, Bob. You done fucked up. Yeah, you should feel shameful. Perhaps it's time to hydrate. Bob often drinks water. It's important to stay hydrated. Oh, you can't. Okay, you can't breathe water, Bob. You can only drink it. Yeah, cough that up. Whew. Now it's time to play 52 pickup. Look at all those cards. Look, there's some on the desk. This is Bob's favorite part of the game. All over the floor, too. Just all over, yep, all over the floor. Pick 'em up, Bob. Pick 'em up. What is this? What is that? Perhaps we can find your card. It's not looking so good. It's not looking so good. Nope. Oh, there's one. Is this your card? Haha! Success! It's magic! So magical. Is Bob so magical? This has been sponsored by Satan. Thank you very much for your time.
Oop. 1 second.
Okay, we are back. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Title.
Everything cool? Everything cool?
There we go.
Matador.
There we go. We are back.
Awesome.
We are not back. There's still 24 seconds of ads. So we're not entirely back, but we're back.
Not 100% back. Vatador just gifted a bunch of subs.
What?
5-tier subs. Vatador, you're legendary.
I wasn't here for it. No. Vatador, thank you so much. 5 community subs. Yes.
So awesome.
Yes.
So
Peekaboo
awesome.
Draws. Sloss House of Fun. Sin Unsworth. Awesome. And Marie.
Sin was here. Oh, it's nice. Marie's here too.
Yeah, Vanador, thank you so much. Hey, Rick.
Hey!
It's nice to see you.
How you doing? No, we were talking about lyrics, I think, before the ads came
Yeah.
and ruined it all.
Yeah. Some of those jazz classics are super good for lyrics. You know what gets me? When
What gets you?
when someone's like, this is a really good song, especially if you listen to the lyrics.
Okay.
I can't listen to a song without listening to the lyrics. Are you not fully listening?
I think it happens to a lot of people. Anybody in the chat, does that happen to you? Because that does not happen to me. Obviously.
No, I pay attention to every detail. Instruments, voice.
There are only a few bands for me where that happens, where I just hear the song and I don't know the lyrics. Like I'm not hearing the lyrics.
I hate the girl.
And it's weirdly not every song, but many songs Metallica.
Okay.
Very strangely.
Hi, Smiles.
I actually have to make an effort. Wow, Smiling Days. Ragged and Alchemutation. What will the world do now? But yeah, good to have you. But I mean, what am I saying that for?
It is good to have them. It's good to have you here.
Like the streaming gets into your brain, obviously.
Yeah.
No, but otherwise, yes. But that's one. That's one where the whole thing just kind of becomes a singular sound, almost. I think another might be some of the White Zombie songs, like because they are, or Rob Zombie, because it can be sort of a wall of sound sort of thing.
Yeah.
But his are more mumbly, the words. So I don't know. Maybe that's why.
Yeah. Yeah, the two bands you mentioned are the two most influential singers for me.
Whoa.
James Hetfield and Rob Zombie.
They're so good.
Rob Zombie has such an incredible voice, and I didn't realize for the first while that I was listening to White Zombie that it was the same dude doing that high, whiny, nasally voice and doing the really low guttural voice. That's so cool.
It's incredible. And good shows too. I've seen Rob Zombie live and Metallica at Woodstock '99. Not Rob Zombie was at just a show.
Yeah.
And Metallica was at Woodstock. Yeah, that he was doing both ends. I'm not even sure that I knew that. I think I assumed it, but I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's definitely become part of his style. And I loved how guttural they could sing, but they were still singing. They weren't screaming. Even when they scream, there's usually a musicality to it. And since I've did the deep dive into singing, I know the difference now. One is referred to as a fry scream, where there's no musicality to it. It's just it's called a vocal fry.
Vocal fry. Okay, yeah.
And then there's a false chord, which we briefly talked about.
I remember you saying that kind of just pushed
a little while back. Where you're still singing, but it kind of you kind of put some distortion into it with your throat.
Yeah, I don't know why every time we say the word throat, it seems to, like it's like, hey, I guess I can't grow up.
Yeah.
It's always going to be throat based.
Yeah.
Humor for me. I don't know what to tell you.
So
okay.
Bob had to go visit the freezer. He was warming up too much.
Understandable. Well, it's good. I'm glad that we're hanging out again, though.
Yeah.
It's good to have you. I'm happy to hear it. Because I can't see you, so I don't know where we were, what we were doing.
Actually, we can probably do this now and without it breaking things.
Let's hope. Hey, this has been interesting. I'll say that.
Yeah,
this has been an interesting scenario.
My apologies.
Cosmic poo poo. Yeah, that's right. Vadador.
This has certainly been a cosmic poo poo stream.
I agree. Hey, E-Room, how are you doing, man?
Yeah, welcome in, E-Room. Thank you for the raid. Shout out to E-Room, everyone. Please drop him a follow. E-Room is an awesome variety streamer here on Twitch. Where else would he be? Anyway. I have to specify he streams on Twitch? What?
I hate the
He's
girl.
right here on Twitch. Nah, he's dope. He's a good dude. The Pope of Indiana. The
Hard
Pope
to
of
hear
Indiana.
you. Okay.
Hard to hear you, Mr. Cosmic. Really?
Yeah, everything
weird.
seems good on my end.
Yeah, it didn't seem to shift.
Rick, Rick's a little bit low.
Am I here? Maybe if I bring this up to my face a bit better.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Sometimes I move it and I forget that I moved it.
Yeah. I fiddle with the mic all the time. Like even when I don't have to move it, I'm moving it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. I can hear them fine, says Lolo Frosty. Very good. Rick is 10x lower than Bob. Really?
Okay.
Does everybody else feel that way or no? But I don't know if we can mess around with that now. At this point, if we mess around with things,
Yeah.
I think things will go horribly wrong.
South, real quick.
All good here, says E-Room. So
Okay.
Frosty says we're good. E-Room says we're good. Vatador seems to be getting the problems.
The poo-poo end of the stick.
The poo-poo end of the stick. The stick. This part of the stick that was up the bump.
The cosmic colon. The cosmic stick.
The cosmic colon. Correct. I don't know why I didn't put that joke together properly. it was right there for me, right? Cosmic colon, and then stick in the butt. And I was like, bum? And it failed horrendously.
That was good. It was great.
Too many metalheads with awful hearing here.
Yeah.
That's true.
DJ B Metal, check it out. You got a 1-month subscription from Vatador just a few minutes ago. You know what? I'm going to say that's what it is. Too many metalheads.
That's what it's going to be. We'll blame it that.
Yeah. I have a question for you. For as many concerts as you've been to, do you usually bring hearing protection? And how is your hearing?
I haven't been to a lot of concerts in recent days. It was more of my younger self going and just wanting to be in a mosh pit the entire time. I never brought hearing protection to any of those. Some of the notable ones that I felt were pretty banging were Deftones.
Okay.
Deftones, Slipknot. You definitely walk out with the where you're kind of just still underwater almost. Like you leave and there's like
yeah.
When you talk to your friends, you're like, hey, hey guys, you talk that loud talk voice.
Yeah, you're yelling. What?
Yeah. And like we could barely hear each other, and you still kind of hear the like boop, 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 boop of the drums and stuff in your ears, like as if the band hasn't stopped. So yeah, it's a bad idea. I don't suggest it, but look, if you're gonna be hardcore, when you're a kid, you kind of have to just be like, hearing protection. Who's gonna do that? That's dumb. And now I kind of would say, you can do it.
There was one show that I wished I had. That was a band called Valfreya. They were a Viking-themed band, local. And the only spot to stand was next to one of the monitors. And it was just ripping loud. And I'm sure... I stood there for most of the show with my hand over my ear. But it was still like... It was stupid loud. I ended up leaving that show, and it was the last show for the venue, and I was gonna stick it out, but I was like, you know what? I can't do this. I always find it.
Wow, that must have been loud.
It was crazy.
I'm surprised.
I always find it hilarious when I'm watching some thrash speed metal live, and a pair of people in front of me are yelling at each other's ears, trying to have a conversation.
Yeah, seems like the wrong place for it.
Yeah.
That's the concussion talking. Yeah, it works. It's so true. It's so true. But yeah, I didn't wear the protection. I stayed in the mosh pit for the entire time.
Always wear protection,
everything.
kids.
Yeah, you're supposed to. Unless you want it to feel better. In that case, don't.
True. Very true.
I don't. Okay, wait. That's. I guess I heard. I listened to something the other day that was saying you're supposed to have a role model mindset, and if you can put yourself in the role model mindset, it means you're being the person you would want to be if you were setting an example for somebody. And I feel I failed at that just now by saying, "Hey, kids." So I don't know how many kids are here right now. Anyway,
you know what? It's the cosmic colon. We're here to fail. You know,
Jesus, I didn't know that. Oh. You didn't tell me that before. You didn't tell me that before.
I mean, no, this is going perfectly. No, I've
Lolo, it's a good idea. Why am I writing that? I just said it out loud. Okay, wait.
I'm getting distracted by chat here.
I always put in the earplug says Vatador. Good
troll model mindset. Yeah, no,
26 is a kid.
Streaming on Twitch has been a lesson in its own in the ability to just throw order and control to the wind and surf the wave that is chaos. I do. Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
Gariki, hello.
Stuff, Gariki back in the chat. Gariki, member of the Codex too.
Yes, yes.
Founding member of the Codex. So that's
and mod Banhammer Kaiju might have Gariki on here at some point too, actually.
Indeed. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So, okay. Sorry. I think you were going to say something or ask something, and I keep cutting off.
No, well, there's so much going on that I've already forgotten.
Troll mindset says UBI works. So that's another thing.
It'll come back. Yeah, no.
Should, says Lolo.
Oh, yes. Like I said, it would come back. It's Twitch is a lesson in being okay with chaos, and you know, you can either get mad at it or you can try and figure it out. And I think that tells a lot about the character of a person. That was so well timed. Vatador just played a big fat fart with reverb. Just drove that important lesson that I was talking about home.
No, it did. That was how it did.
My bunghole goes. And then sometimes my bunghole goes.
Can you hear the blurps as well?
I can hear none of it.
Okay.
But I can tell that it's happening.
Okay.
I can tell that it's happening. I've been in your stream enough times that I know what these are.
Nice. Good.
Well. So it works out. Beavis and Butthead, man, that was classic.
I found like that was actually it was influential for so many reasons. It was Beavis and Butthead, but I found so much music through that show.
True.
It was awesome.
I used to sit there watching music videos for like half. It was a big part of it, and then there was just a small amount of animation that was their story.
Yeah. Yeah, most of it was them ripping on videos, which was great.
Hilarious. And yeah, it was the subtle smart things I loved about Beavis and Butthead. One was simple. Butthead would always say, like, to Beavis, don't make me kick your ass again.
Yeah.
Right? Don't make me kick your ass again. It's the again that gets it. Like, it's like, oh, it happened before. And by the end of the argument at some point, Beavis would just kick Butthead in the nuts. Yes. And all the threats disappeared.
Yeah. It meant nothing.
And their interaction. I remember one where they were watching a video and Butthead hates this Bon Jovi song. He's like, Bon Jovi, he sucks, you know? And it's the song, Give Me Something for the Pain. I don't know if you ever heard that song. Mm-hmm. And Beavis is like, I don't know. I kind of like it when he says, give me something for the pain. and that's where Butthead's like, hey, Beavis, don't make me kick your ass again. So he kicks him in the nuts and then enjoys the rest of the Bon Jovi song.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Like there was something to it of the when somebody who's smart has characters who are not smart, there's some kind of intersection there that makes the world go round.
Yeah, it just works.
I agree. That I think Vatador believes in this as well.
Yeah, man. The amount of music that I found, I think I heard Du Hast by Rammstein for the first time on Beavis and Butthead. If I'm remembering that correctly.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, and
To be honest, never
White
saw an episode
Zombie.
of Beavis and Butthead.
Definitely remember hearing More Human Than Human.
I think that might be where I saw it first as
Yeah.
well. More
And
human than human.
And it was at that time, like, I went through a period of about 2 years where all I wanted to listen to was Metallica. I drank it in. And Metallica or Weird Al.
For sure.
And then I started to want to become a musician and wanted to open myself up to more music. And I was already watching Beavis and Butthead, so like the amount of new information I got, I would go looking. And we had a used CD store here. You could go in and buy like albums that only had a little scratch in them for like $5. It was awesome. I'd go in there and spend like $20 and get 4 new albums to take home. I actually stopped buying more than one album at a time, because if I bought 2, there was always one that I would listen to 100% and one that I just wouldn't listen to. And I don't know why that is. Just my interest in that one took over completely.
That's crazy, dude. I think there's so many things that pop into my head when I think about these times, because I haven't thought about them in a while. I haven't thought about albums, that much in a while. And how you would listen to, it's really true. You'd get onto one album and listen to either every song, if it was a great album anyway.
Yeah.
You listen to every song. If it wasn't that great of an album, there was only 2 or 3 songs that you liked. Eventually what would happen to me is I would get to the B-side songs anyway. I'd be like, oh, these are the hits. It's great. I came for this. And then I'd be like, okay, I heard this song 60 million times.
Yeah.
I do not have money and I do not have a new album.
Yep.
So I'm going to have to get into these other songs.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the way, I'm going to have to learn to like them.
And quite often times I would end up liking those B-side songs more than the hits.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
There was just more to them over time.
It's true. Usually they were a little bit more like I was singing this song, I think when we were setting up. It was a Soundgarden song, or I was listening to it anyway. I don't know if I was singing it or not, but it is called Zero Chance. It does not have a video or anything like that, but the lyrics are great. It was that I was singing it, I think. It's the one that goes to say, if you look hard, you find your way back home. Born without a friend and bound to die alone. And
yeah,
that song is a B-side song. It's not something that was played a lot or anywhere that I knew of. But there you have it. I just listened to every song. I don't know. Something about having that what are we talking about? A constriction of some sort.
Yeah.
That does make it a little easier to get deeper into something.
And I work better with constrictions than left to my own devices. And I often use that to write because I've learned that about myself. If I'm left to do anything,
Smilecore.
I think I get, what do they call that? Choice paralysis. But if
choice paralysis,
yeah, but if I like stick to a single guitar tone and be like, this is the one that I'm using today, then I get more done, because instead of looking for the right sound, it comes to a point where you need to make a decision, and you get to decide your own parameters in that way, which is really neat. So it's really helped me to look at being restricted in a positive way instead of a negative one.
Makes sense. Oh,
We
I see
got
that
some weed
Validator
chat.
saying that- yeah, chat's going crazy. Because this is, I'm an album guy. Today it's singles. Imagine that licensing way. I don't do weed, says Lolo Frosty, because Matador was saying smoke a J and watch Beavis and Butthead. She's like, I don't do weed. I don't think I should, to be honest, because she has anxiety and such.
Ah,
And Matador said this channel is about SmileCore, which it is.
yeah.
Which it is. So I think that's fair. I think that's all fair. No, but true. The constriction thing is a thing, though. A lot of times, even if you're, especially if you're doing stuff on your own, like being a streamer or being an artist or whatever, I think it is important to kind of go, okay, the framework of what I'm doing today is this, and therefore you can kind of make abstraction of all the millions of choices. I think there's choice paralysis, the paradox of choice. You know, they say like more choice makes you not make a choice.
Well,
A lot of times.
yeah, and I like that. As soon as you do choose something, if you've got a choice between two things and you choose the wrong thing, you know pretty quickly, and it's usually like in an art project. Usually, you can back up and be like, "All right, now I know which direction to go. I don't have to choose it. I tried one. This sucks. Obviously, the other one is the right answer."
Yeah. Taking the shots, you know?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that a lot recently as well. You know, just taking the shots and pulling the trigger. That's why I'm going to the TwitchCon in Vegas too, because I was like, it was possible. We had all these points because of building up points over the years on like a credit card that builds up points that you can buy flights and hotel rooms with. I said, like, okay, since it's possible, if I would think about this for too long, I think I would be like, well, okay, there's a lot of people there.
You can think things to death.
Yeah. I would have killed the vibe. And it's like, okay, where else am I going to learn about this stuff if not at TwitchCon, where they have a full creator camp that you can go to for 3 days and learn stuff from people who have either done it or work there.
And to be honest, if I were to go, that's exactly what I'd be doing. Like, the social aspect of it is cool, and I'm sure there's lots of fun things to do if you enjoy being around people. But those workshops, I mean, there's a lot of useful and helpful information that you're not going to get otherwise.
Yeah, and that's what I'm hoping, because like it is true. You can go on YouTube or you can watch stuff, but it's disjointed and it's usually only the beginner stuff.
Yeah.
Like you will search for something and it's like, okay, here's a thing you should have already learned about by now. But then when it's a deep dive, it's difficult to find it because the search, of course, brings up what most people are looking for, which is the beginner stuff.
Yeah. It's so hard to find, like, it's so hard to find intermediate information on anything, really. People, wow. I prefer beheading them.
There's a big weed conversation going down in the in the chat, because Lolo's saying that she's got some nervousness and anxiety and stuff, and DJB Metal says, to be honest, Lolo Frosty, weed can actually increase the anxiety after enough of it. I've had more bad times than good with weed, and more frequently rejected, but respected. Better to try with people you're comfortable hanging around with if you want to try it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm not sure what people's experiences are in that regard. For some people, it chills them out a lot. There is definitely a paranoia factor sometimes.
Well, and there's two different kinds too. There's sativa and indica, and hybrids all in between, and some are more prone to give you anxiety if you're prone to anxiety, and some are more prone to just chill you out. But there's a learning curve to it.
Okay.
Because the terpenes and the chemical makeup, and you can find stuff that doesn't make you anxious, because I'm an anxious person. I live a pretty nervous life, but I do also smoke weed, because not all the time, but you know, probably once a day, twice a day sometimes.
When I smoke. No, okay, no. I don't smoke all the time.
And I've done, because I'm a details person, I've done enough research on it that I know what I like and stay away from what I don't.
I see. That's interesting. Yeah. These days for me, I like drink spring water and eat like essentially like a carnivore diet, and that's it. As boring as it gets when it comes to all of that, that's actually a thing that worries me a little, because I'm worried that, like you talked about the social factor at TwitchCon, I 100% would not have gone if it was just a social thing. For the same reasons. If I didn't see they had something every hour of every day in the creator camp section, I would not. It wouldn't be worth it. Because I'm nervous that it's like, well, I don't really want to go drinking in Vegas. I don't want to go gambling in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
I would maybe like try to find a way to go to the Grand Canyon or something like that's some hours away. But like, I'm not for it at this point. I want to be as healthy as I can. I partied pretty hard as a young guy. You can't go to a zillion metal shows and be in the mosh pit the entire time without a little help sometimes,
Yeah.
But these days that's not really, I'm not seeing a benefit. Usually it's a negative. So that's where I avoid it. I avoid all the stuff, basically. Even sugar,
Yeah.
So like that's as far as it gets for me. Like I might as well be somebody's grandma at this point.
Well, you gotta, that's one thing I've been focusing on over the last year and a half, 2 years since I started streaming was getting out walking, stretching, exercise, more water. I just want to be healthy enough to continue to be able to do this, because this is what I'm doing now, and I want to do more of it.
Okay. I saw UBIWorks has a question. If you have a streaming question, can you ask a host you like in a whisper, perhaps through Discord? I don't know. And honestly, like I haven't reached out to people with those questions, but I don't know that you can't.
Yeah,
I feel like
people
you could
reach out.
it.
People reach out to me with questions all the time, actually.
If they do to me, I never have an answer, so that's the problem. I have. It's why I gotta go to school, guys. Yeah. I gotta go to Twitch school. But yeah.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people reach out and ask different questions about streaming and stuff. So yeah, if you have a question and I can answer it, then by all means ask away. And if I can, I'll probably go look up the answer anyway.
And you know what? I think that's actually a comfort challenge I've seen many times, where it's like, try to get in touch with your hero, and not in a creepy way. Obviously, yeah. Sometimes that goes too far. Like, if you know when you're being overstepping, that's a good thing. But if you have a couple of questions that are not answered commonly, they haven't answered them in 1,000 different places or something, and you can not take a ton of their time, like you can generally reach out and go, hey, I'm a big fan. This is the kind of thing I want to do as well. How did you accomplish X, Y, and Z? I don't expect you to answer me back, because I know you have a lot of time. You don't have a lot of time probably, but if you did, I would be really appreciative. All the best to you. Just wanted to let you know I like you. I feel like that approach is generally okay.
And if they have the time, they'll read it and probably respond. And if they don't, they'll either have forgotten about it, or they didn't have the time, or they just didn't give a shit.
Yeah, might have been. But don't assume that they're ignoring you for bad reasons necessarily.
Yeah,
that's the other thing too.
Yeah,
I think.
I actually
cheap in Vegas.
I actually reached out to one of the guitarists in Mastodon in that way. Now that I think about it.
Oh.
Yeah, he was offering lessons online for a certain week, and I was like, all right, sure. I sent him a message asking about prices and such, and he responded within like 2 hours, gave me a whole bunch of information and thanked me for messaging him, and I couldn't afford his rate at all. But it was cool to have messaged him and have him message back with like so much information instead of just like, it's $100 an hour. But he told me what the lesson would include and what I'd have to do to prepare. And yeah, it was a whole thing. It was cool.
That is awesome. That's another thing too. It's you're never too far forward to have coaching.
Yeah.
I think is an important thing. Like the guitar, like I was gonna say the guitar player, Kirk Hammett from Metallica. I was gonna say the guitar player from Metallica. Like I don't know his name. Kirk Hammett. His teacher was like Joe Satriani, right? At some point. So everybody, he was already shredding. He was already in metal bands at the time, but he had a teacher to teach him some stuff he didn't know, you know? And I think there's something.
Vadidor, can I donate $100 for the lesson? I mean, if you would like to, that would be incredible. But do not feel that you have to. Is it just...
Vadidor, you're awesome. There's the tip.
There's the tip. I was like, is it tips or tips? And I'm like, I think it's just the tip because of that joke. It is.
Just the tip. I wonder where that started. I wonder who the first person to say just the tip.
Yeah.
Because it's the most ridiculous thing in the whole world. The whole premise of just the tip is crazy.
Yeah. Thanks, Buttspot. That's the joke.
Just the dick.
Yeah, so Edgecase was on here, and we decided to try to make Buttspot Dickbot, but we couldn't. But we couldn't because dick is a bad word.
Yeah.
But he found a way around it by using a character that is both the D and the I together.
Oh.
That's why it looks kind of squished.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's actually the funniest thing in the entire world is just saying just the dick, because now I like that we've foregone the whole tip and the whole subterfuge or the whole whatever we're saying here is like that's been disposed of, and they're like, look,
Vadidor, sorry Rick, it would be in the US because he lives in the States.
Yeah, is it legal in Vegas? So just walk outside. Interesting people. I missed the weed conversation terribly.
It's a Cyrillic lowercase d. Okay.
Interesting. Can I donate for the lesson? Are you you never too good for a lesson, says UBI Works. A spelling pun. Very cool, Buttspot.
Pretty much Greeky.
Acrylic. Got it. Okay. Isn't 100 CAD only like 80 cents? Yeah, it does happen. It does happen in the US.
Yeah.
But hey, you're in Japan right now, so let's not say anything. I feel like the yen took a hit in recent time. Did it not go, Riki? I feel like it's now, it used to be kind of, well, okay, first of all, 10,000 yen is like $100. So we're already dangerously close to silly territories.
Yeah.
But
yeah, their pricing system is definitely unusual.
Isn't 100 CAD? Yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting lost in the sauce here.
No problem. That's what we're here for. Yeah. In fact, I don't know how long you can go. We didn't put a time limit on this.
It's true. I was going to ask you how long you usually do.
I usually say 90 minutes. But shit hit the fan, and we've been going for 2 hours and 15-ish. I mean, 2 hours since we started.
Well, okay. Like, was there anything you wanted to wrap up with or whatever? 'Cause I'm good. Like, it's at this point, yeah, it is. It's Monday tomorrow.
Yeah.
So there will be.
So I think we'll go till 11:30, like another 15 minutes or so.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do it.
And then find someone to raid. I just want to say thanks for being here, man. This was fun.
It was okay. I kind of just went off the cuff.
Oh no, don't worry about you. I'm worried. I hope it was okay on my end with all the troubles and shit. So, yeah, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your chat with Chan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Bob got to a little bit, but he didn't get to say everything. What's really cool about being on Twitch and meeting other people is that I'm not only making friends with these other creative people, which is amazing, but I'm also drawing real inspiration from you guys. Chan doing his thing, being nervous to be on and still doing it. I think we all get that. I had butterflies before I came on tonight. And
me too.
yeah, the Neon Ballroom was really fun to be a part of every time that I have. And I think this is kind of like the next step for streamers in Twitch, this crossover that's happening. There's so much lore between Jack's channel and mine. The crossover of you having people on your channel and me being on there. Oh my goodness, Vadador. Vadador.
So crazy.
Are you...
You're
what?
a legend.
Vadador.
What does Vadador want? Like, what do you want, dude?
What do you want?
Give you what
Vadador, you're an incredible human, man.
It's so crazy.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
That's nuts.
The guitar's about to...
Oh my god.
The guitar's about to get hotter. The metal guitar is about to get hotter.
So the guitarist is Bill Kelleher. I don't know if you're familiar with Mastodon. But he's...
Holy shnikes.
Right? Holy crap, dude. Thank you so much.
So, just to be friends, it's all good, man. Vadador, you're legit. You're so legit. That's crazy.
Like unsalted cashews. That's just plain nuts.
Eero.
Thank you so much, man. That means the world to me. Holy crap, I'm gonna get to talk to Bill Kelleher. Yeah, the mustache of Mastodon, exactly. Exactly.
Oh,
yeah, Mastodon's been a big influence too, only within the last couple of years. But you can tell they're a bunch of goofballs that make really fun, really good music. And I love each of them as a person. White whale, yes. Oh my god.
You're chased to White Dick.
Oh.
This is so brutal.
Oh man. They really capture the feeling of a leviathan in a song, and that's what White Whale is about. Hence the name Mastodon. They really capture that sound, and big fan of them. And I really enjoy Brent's soloing style. It's incredibly wild, but the rhythm, and I was saying earlier, I got into Metallica. The reason I started playing guitar is because I wanted to sound like James Hetfield. The rhythm guitar work from Metallica is phenomenal and widely known as such. I didn't realize that at the time, but it's just what I loved and what I wanted to do. And so since then, I pay attention to rhythm guitar, and that's what Bill does for the most part in Mastodon. And man, I don't understand how they write what they do. I hardly understand how to play it, but sometimes get it. And yeah, I'm overwhelmed right now. I don't know if you can tell.
So wicked. So
emotional metal. Yeah. Yeah.
You're here as well you can. I agree, UB.
Yeah. And that's what's neat about this. Now we can. DevCon, hello. Not since the restraining order.
Welcome in.
Welcome in.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That is the secret.
So, yeah, holy crap. This actually leads me into something else. The songs that I had sent to you, Rick. I had an idea a long time ago of doing something that was like some sort... The word that came to mind, as cheesy as it is enlightened metal. And, combining the ideas of alchemy and enlightenment and knowledge and empowering others into metal without it being power metal, you know? Without it being as cheesy.
You were saying without it being cheesy.
Yeah.
Right? You were worried about that because it
sounds
like a difficult thing.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm moving in that direction, and the song Alchelightment.
Alchelightment.
The song Our Time Is Now by Gojira just hit that feeling on the head, and I'm gonna
so strong.
I'm gonna stick with that because that is exactly the direction that I was going with it. And even the music that I've been producing, like Out of Phase and stuff like that, does have that. It does convey that to me. So I I'm definitely moving in the right direction with it, but discovering the new stuff that I have is like, it's hard to create something new, but you want everything you do to feel original, and that's such a struggle as an artist and a musician.
Yeah.
Like, everything you can want to do has already been done, but if you don't use those references, then you're never going to take any of that any further. And I think that's what's important, is like, how much further can you take it? You don't just have to rip things off.
Yeah.
But you can use those ideas as a guide.
There's definitely a kind of blockage for people, I think, like you and I, where you want to be original so much that you you end up not making the thing almost, because you're like, oh, that sounds too much like this. Or
yeah.
That, for me, it's like this story's kind of been told in a little way over here, and so I'm not going to tell it. But your version is definitely going to be very different, and you just might have taken the smallest bit, and that still can be a block sometimes, because you think, I got to be original, man, and it's like, if they can remake every movie from the 80s and 90s 6,000 times,
yeah,
and just literally just remake the movie, you're being more original than you think, probably.
Yeah. Well, I you know what? I think that's probably a good thought to end on. The one that you started with, what was it you typed at the very start? You're stronger than you think?
Yeah, you're stronger than you think. So be bold, and you can handle this.
I love that.
Thinking about that today. Be bold, you can handle this. Because we're always stronger than once you're in it, you're in it. It's just beforehand you feel like you always feel like you can't do something new because it's new.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of a thing.
And that really resonated with me, with you having Chan on, because he had mentioned in my stream the night before that he was nervous about doing it, and I was like, just have a couple of tricks ready, be yourself. Rick's a great host. He's not going to take you into any territory that's going to be scary. And I'm really happy that he went ahead and did it. Like, still felt nervous, obviously, but he went ahead and did it, and that's awesome.
Yeah, I was very, very impressed. I learned a lot from Chan because, again, if you don't know Chan, he's an autistic streamer, does magic, and plays retro games. And that's for anybody in the chat who doesn't know. And he came on an interview show where literally a lot of times what his issue is communicating with people. So directly a thing that would be difficult for him to do, he did, and he totally killed it. Also, I did not know he has these incredible music videos.
Watching your reactions in real time was amazing. That made the stream for me. It was so good.
I learned a big thing there too. From this day forward, I'm actually going to do things differently than I've ever done them before because of Chan's stream. Because I didn't know he had those videos, and I should have asked him before. And I'm going to ask people, like, do you have something you want to play on the stream? Do you have artwork you want to show on the stream? Because I think we got to do that. And if you're going to come on my stream and I can somehow show people who may not have seen it before, I had not seen it before. Chair Bear, Chair Bear. She's this awesome person in our chat. She showed up and was like, you ever seen Chan's video?
Yeah.
And I was like, excuse me? And then he's crushing it. So, I was so impressed and just blown away completely. It's going to change the way I do things. So, yeah, I don't know if that tells you anything.
Same for me in a different direction. When he mentioned that he's got an album coming out, I'm like, I got to get off my ass.
Chan's got a freaking album coming out.
Yeah.
It does light a fire. It does light a fire.
Yeah. All right.
Chan smash it. Steamy funk melts your face off. Absolutely.
Indeed.
True. Steamy funk and the workout music. Crazy good.
The videos are
crazy good.
Awesome.
It's legit. The perfect editing, exactly like an old 70s or 80s video. So good.
And so much smoke. So much smoke machine.
the most smoke machine. The most smoke machine. Yeah, no, it's a few. This is the stuff. You know, I try to think about changing and evolving, and all that kind of stuff as much as possible. That's what the TwitchCon stuff is about. That's what Neon Ballroom is about when I interview people. That's what it's about. That's what streaming is about. I want to evolve and do better as much as I can. And yeah, I don't know. I also have been trying to think of how can things don't always have to be exactly new. You were just talking about it struck me just this. What you were talking about, we were talking about originality.
Mm-hmm.
That if you think of it like there's an old phrase that is about a river, you know, and it's talking about how we change in life essentially. And it goes like this. It goes, a man can never step in the same river twice because it's not the same river and he's not the same man.
Neat.
Because literally we're moving forward in time. So,
yeah.
You know, if you come back to something you were doing some time ago or something that you feel is maybe an idea that you've seen before or whatever, and it may not be. The movement of time and the movement of your mind and the movement of yourself might be original.
Mm-hmm. That's actually gotten me going back through my stuff to see what's there that I can pick up and still use, kind of thing. Like I was one of those artists in high school that I destroyed everything I created once high school was done, which was the dumbest thing.
Wow. Okay. Great. That's wild.
It was, I didn't have a good time in high school, and it was a way to start over, but I really wish I would have kept some of that stuff because as cheesy as I thought some of it was, I still would have liked to have it, but
so yeah, I guess don't throw that stuff away.
Yeah, no, keep everything. Everything is worth something, even if it's like
I mean, even if it's just for the memory to some degree.
Yeah.
I tell you, when I pulled out that Woodstock 99 ticket and like the map of the place,
yeah,
you could have not kept that necessarily.
Yeah.
But when I found that in my old souvenirs box, I was like, this is something. This was something I couldn't have known what it was at the time. And it's just lucky that I kept this and didn't just lose it along the way. Like, you know, like when you're young, you do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's a bunch of things like that that I just lost along the way. I don't even know what happened to them. Some of the
true, that's it. I don't know where some of my stuff even is.
yeah, like the first few vinyl I bought, no idea where they went, no idea where they ended up.
Wow. Yeah.
Not that I ever even had a record player. I fell in love with like the artwork on album covers. For as long as I can remember, I was pulling my parents' records out and looking at the artwork. The cover from Bat Out of Hell just sticks out in my mind.
Crazy, yeah.
There's a cover of an Alice Cooper album with him with a snake. And I remember looking at my mom going like, what are these?
These are the 70s.
Yeah.
No, it's well, not Bat Out of Hell. That was newer, but still.
Oh, and Michael Jackson's Bad.
Bad, yeah, the Bad album.
Yeah, she ordered that on cassette through Columbia House, and when it arrived, I stole it. I saw it come in the mail, and because we had listened to it on the vinyl a few times, but when she ordered the tape, I took it and listened to it in my Walkman for 2 days before she discovered I had it.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go. But yeah, that was popping when it came out. That's for sure.
Yeah, and the guitar work on it.
So good.
Just out of this world. Super, super influential. And that was like, I went from Sharon, Lois, and Bram to Michael Jackson's Bad.
Sharon, Lois, and Bram.
Literally.
Dinky, dinky, dink.
Yes.
That's so crazy. The Elephant song?
Yep. So I was listening to that stuff, and I was like...
The Elephant Show, right?
Yes, yeah.
That's what it was called. Sharon, Lois, and Bram, The Elephant Show. Why was it Elephant? Anyway.
They had
that another time.
They had the character that was the elephant. Of
course.
Yeah. So I realized I was listening to kids' music at some point, and that's when I wandered out, started picking records out of my parents' collection. Like, what are these? And it went from there. Then I saw Alice Cooper on the Muppet Show and realized you could throw those things together. And I was like, everything that is cute and creepy is amazing.
So cool. That is so cool. Slayer. Oh my, says Vatador. Rain and Blood. Smiling Days. Yeah, people are onto the Slayer. I'll always remember. It's funny. It's a memory I don't even have, but it's a memory I wanted to have because a buddy of mine told me about him going to Ozfest at some point, and Slayer was there, and he was off somewhere else, not near the stage. There's a giant screen, on stage Ozfest. They have a giant stage with giant big screens. And on the big screen, an arm comes across the screen like this. And then a razor blade starts carving into the arm. And it says Slayer. And he was like, zhooping. I'm like, into the mosh pit. So it's just like, man, Rain and Blood starts playing. And there we go.
Nice.
So, some of that stuff, like that's the thing that music and bands and performers and stuff do for you, is just literally carve these memories like into your brain that are surreal and extra real, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah. Otherworldly to me.
Yeah.
Like, just where does this stuff come from? And the introduction to creativity and well, we were talking, you and Bob were talking about it earlier when you were like, am I going to run out of awesome people to interview? Just like ideas. That's the great thing about ideas. There's no end to them.
That's true. Especially if you like honor the fact that you're having good ideas and try to actually do something with them.
Yeah.
If you ignore it too long, like I think it can probably deaden that nerve. But if you get on it and start to do something with it, even if it's a small outlet, I think that grows and creates momentum.
Yeah. Concert experience for sure.
Yeah. Wow. Do we have more to say? I don't know. Like
I mean, I could keep talking forever.
So can I. That's the thing. That's how it goes. That's how it
but
goes.
I think we're going to read out. Hey, Goongar is here. Hello.
Are you kidding? I was about to shout out Goongar. I realized this is not my stream.
Chan, can we get a shout out for Goongar, please, or Hecubus? Welcome in. How are you? You're catching us at the end here. It's been a rocky stream.
Friendships. She said.
Hello.
It's been a rocky stream, but it's been a fun time. It's been a fun time.
Please follow Goongar. Goongar's a new streamer here on Twitch doing art. Really, really talented artist. Please drop them a follow. Yeah, that was me last stream. Yeah.
And yeah, I know Goongar was streaming today. I wasn't able to jump in there today, but we had important business to talk about here on the Cosmic Colon.
Yes, we had many audio troubles to shoot.
It can happen. It can happen.
Yeah. All right, man. I'm
Books, Brews, and Booze. I'm late to the party.
Hey, Books.
How are you doing? I have not seen Books, Brews, and Booze around much lately. I don't know. Have I been just missing the streams?
I don't think Books has been on for a couple of months.
Busy working, huh?
But did come back recently, if I'm not mistaken.
Crazy. Books, good to see you. Good to see you. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing good. That's the way it is.
Oh, oops. You've disappeared.
This is true. About 2 months. Wow. Okay. Serious.
There we go.
I took a little time myself just to regroup and go crazy. But
yes, that was Raven.
Yeah.
So looks like Raven Armed is on, so we're gonna raid in there. He's doing a One Piece cosplay, and I don't maybe playing a game or something with One Piece. It says One Piece. Have you ever watched? You haven't watched much for anime, have you?
Me?
Yeah.
I've seen some, although I haven't watched the One Piece series.
Oh, okay.
I've seen plenty of it in Japan, but I didn't watch the series itself. Like everywhere I went, there was some kind of One Piece thing happening, But yeah, no. But why do you ask?
I'm just curious because I've gotten into it recently. There's a live action on Netflix, and it basically spans the first like 70 episodes in 8, which is an incredible feat on its own.
Whoa.
But they stay incredibly true to it. So I basically started watching this series as I was watching the live action, just to kind of get some more backstory. And now I'm 100 episodes into the series because the live action is done for the season. And I'm really enjoying it. It's actually really good. There's over 1,000 episodes of this show.
Nobody has told me One Piece isn't amazing. Like everyone says it's great. So the live action is actually good. That's amazing to hear. That never is the case.
Yeah. And just like any good anime, it has you. It's like a tearjerker. Like within the first few episodes, like yeah, it's great.
Interesting.
I actually don't read manga because I can't afford it. If I gave into that, then I would not eat.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Amazingly, I've heard it's a good live action adapt, unheard of for anime. Yeah.
Yeah.
The creator was very involved, so it makes sense. Okay.
Very cool. Yeah, no, they did a great job with it. And I couldn't believe the amount of information they stuck in there in the 8 episodes or whatever, because they truly cover like 60 or 75 episodes worth of story. Like, eat the manga books once you read them. True. Just absorb them through osmosis.
That's it. Take them in.
All right, man. Seems like a good place to raid. It just
I'd say
came up because I saw he was doing the One Piece thing, and I've recently gotten into it. It's the Raven Armed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
Rick, always a pleasure to speak to you. Happy to have you on. I'm sorry it was such a train wreck, but you know,
it worked out.
Yeah,
it worked out in the end. I think we had a great conversation.
For sure,
That's
for
all
sure.
that counts, man.
It does tell me though that I could talk to you for like another 5 hours easy.
Oh yeah, no,
like
I feel like we just got warmed up.
Yeah, right. So there's that, which is good though. I mean, that means I'll probably be on your show tomorrow.
It's very plausible. It's very plausible. Like I say, surprise streams happening. So that's the thing. Surprise streams happening tomorrow and Tuesday. That's my plan.
We did a colonic success.
I want to be exhausted by the time I go to TwitchCon.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the game.
All right, guys, if you're
there's the raid call.
Subbed, copy the sub call. If not, copy the raid call. Once again, special thank you to Vatador. Dude, that's incredible.
Dude.
I will let you know how that goes. I cannot believe that. Wow. I will let you guys know how it goes too. Obviously, it's not something I can stream. But I will definitely keep you guys updated on how it goes. Neat.
So awesome.
All right.
Thanks so much for having me, man. This was a good time.
You're welcome. Thank you again for being on here. Bob thanks you. Bob, sorry you couldn't be on here for longer, but you know how it goes. We've got about 10 seconds left before the raid kicks off. No more ads or anything. So thank you so much for being here, dude. A pleasure. Looking forward to speaking with you again.
You speak again
anytime.
All right, cool.
All right.
Raid.
Cheers.
When the raid. Let's get into this. Raven Arm's awesome. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to the raid with him.
All right, guys. Everyone have a good night. Beard hugs. We'll see you over in Raven Arm stream.
Here we go. Whoa. I've never even done that. That's awesome.
All right, and we're raiding.